here is a long horror story. The old mansion had been abandoned for decades, its grandeur and beauty slowly being consumed by the passing of time. The once lush gardens were overgrown with weeds, the sound of crickets and the rustling of leaves the only signs of life. But it was not entirely empty. Dr. Emma Taylor, a renowned paranormal investigator, stood before the mansion, her eyes fixed on the crumbling structure. She had always been drawn to the supernatural, and this mansion was rumored to be one of the most haunted places in the country. "Are you sure this is a good idea, Emma?" asked her assistant, Matt, as he stepped out of the van. "This place has a really bad reputation. I've spent years researching this mansion." "Matt," Emma replied, her voice filled with excitement. "I'm not going to let a few rumors scare me off." As they entered the mansion, a chill ran down Emma's spine. She could feel the weight of history bearing down on her, the whispers of the dead echoing through the empty halls. The team began to set up their equipment, preparing for a long night of investigation. Emma and Matt separated from the others, making their way deeper into the mansion. As they explored, Emma couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched. She kept looking over her shoulder, expecting to see something lurking in the shadows. "Matt, do you feel that?" Emma whispered, her voice barely audible. Matt looked at her, his eyes scanning the darkness. "Feel what?" "The eyes," Emma replied, her skin crawling. "I feel like we're being watched." Matt's expression turned skeptical, but Emma knew what she felt. And she knew that she was not alone. As the night wore on, the team began to experience strange occurrences. Equipment would malfunction, and disembodied voices could be heard whispering through the static. Emma knew that they had to be careful. The mansion was playing tricks on them, trying to manipulate their perceptions. But Emma was not one to back down from a challenge. She was determined to uncover the secrets of the mansion, no matter the cost. As the hours ticked by, the occurrences grew more frequent and more intense. Emma began to feel like she was losing her grip on reality. And then, they found the room, hidden deep within the mansion. The room was small and dimly lit. The walls were covered in strange symbols, etched into the plaster in a language that none of them could understand. Emma felt a chill run down her spine as she approached the symbols. She could feel the power emanating from them, a dark and malevolent force that seemed to be watching her. Suddenly, the lights flickered and died, plunging the room into darkness. Emma was trapped, surrounded by an unseen presence that seemed to be closing in on her. As she stumbled through the darkness, desperate to find a way out, Emma realized that she was not alone. The presence was moving, twisting and writhing like a living thing. And then, Emma saw it. A figure, tall and imposing, stood before her. Its eyes glowed with an otherworldly light, and Emma could feel its malevolent presence washing over her. As she watched, frozen in terror, the figure began to change. Its body contorted and twisted, taking on a life of its own. Emma realized, too late, that she had made a terrible mistake. The mansion was not haunted by ghosts, but by something far more sinister. A presence, ancient and evil, had been awakened by their investigation. And now, it was coming for them. As the figure loomed closer, its eyes burning with an evil intensity, Emma knew that she was doomed. The presence had her in its grasp, and it would never let her go. The last thing Emma saw was the figure's face, twisted into a grotesque grin. And then, everything went black. The next morning, the police found Emma's van, parked outside the mansion. But Emma and her team were never seen again. The mansion remained standing, a testament to the horrors that had taken place within its walls. And the presence, ancient and evil, remained, waiting for its next victim.